Good day, my name is Philip Gibbs. I'm a Catholic priest working in Papua New Guinea, and I'm also a president of one of the universities here in Papua New Guinea. For a number of years, I've been working in the area of sorcery, accusation-related violence, at least trying to relieve that sort of violence, because it's something that has become more common and seems to be spreading in Papua New Guinea, and particularly in the area where I was working in the highlands. There, it's mostly women who are accused, and other parts of Papua New Guinea, it's men. The people who are accused may be tortured, they may be burned, and even burnt to death. And it's a terrible thing. And I've been working with groups of defenders and other people who are trying to stop this sort of violence. But it's difficult. The churches are involved, and they're doing a good job, but there's some division in the churches in that some churches take a more of a sociological approach and try to look at the causes socially, and to do something to try to influence not only having the police intervene and the magistrates work to deal with this issue, but also to influence people's belief about why they would think that someone was a sorcerer or a witch. Other churches tend to take the approach of spiritual warfare, and that can legitimate the accusation that someone is bewitched, and that can be somewhat difficult and problematic. Recently, the government has started a committee on gender-based violence, and this has come under the interest of that committee, and we're hoping that that might help in some ways with the government being involved with funding and also training for magistrates and the police and others who could get involved. Sometimes children too are involved, not only as spectators of their mothers being tortured, being accused, but also even sometimes children now are being accused, but not so often here in Papua New Guinea, not as much as we hear happens in Africa. Let me play for you a short clip showing 3 survivors and how they see the future.
So me ba lose ting na stop me ba wagem as a fresh mind now start blow me yet now some making more beginning school good now all through all some kizim good bla ting now start blow good bla mind and anyway any direction me ba got us.
Yeah, me back home big. Awesome all beginning boy blow me all ban now lose me. Me dig him this land me come back.
Living with my parents at home. I'm just waiting for going to operation. You get my body will get function well, and then I will look for a job and look after my son and myself and stay independent.
When it comes to prayer points, I would have 3 points to make. Firstly, that for perseverance, for the gift of perseverance for those who are involved in this sort of work, it's very tiring, and a person can get easily burnt out in trying to deal with so many terrible cases of violence in this area. Secondly, that the churches can work together. They tend to be divided, as I say, some taking a more sociological, legal approach, others taking more the approach of spiritual warfare. And if they can come and work together more, it would be a lot more helpful. And also, the third point that we need prayer for is that more champions will arise and be identified amongst the prominent people, amongst the police hierarchy in the government, and people like that they would become leaders against this sort of terrible violence which is happening, which is spreading, and which is causing so much suffering amongst people today.